I've never found one of these. Check this out. Check this out. I got a killer washed out over here in these roots. You gotta see it's unbroken too. I can see. Oh. Look what I got laying here. Nobody's touched this in a long time. Welcome back to Clegg's Adventures. We're down here at the river, as you can see, and today I'm going to show you how to find treasure with a Walmart bucket. Oh yeah, this looks like a great spot right here. Great lay of terrain right here. I'm gonna move all these sticks out of here and I'll show you what we're doing. This should be good. There's a lot of sticks and trash in here. As you can see, an old shoe, barge ropes, all kinds of junk. And that's one thing you don't want in here where you're using this idea. I forgot about you. I got going. I got something already and it looks nice. I haven't picked it up yet, but I hope it's not broken or damaged. I'm gonna give you a quick 30-second crash course in what we're doing here. We're down here at the river with our Walmart bucket. Before the dams were put in, this water used to be way down low. But when the dams were put in, it raised the water level, and every time it floods, it comes up here onto this bank and washes more and more earth out of where the natives were sitting up on that top land. The only problem is when it washes down, it gets under all this mud and sand. There's a lot of sand in here. It's real deep. And all these artifacts, they like to get way down under there against the base clay or the dirt that's clear down on the bottom. That's where they like to lay. So what we're doing, we're taking our bucket, scooping up water, and we're going right up against this lip and we're rinsing this sand down. And it just takes layers at a time off of the sand until it gets clear down to the base. And that's where the stuff's laying. Look what I got laying here. It's washed out right here. And there's a lip that goes all up along here. It drops down about 6 or 7 inches in hard clay dirt like this right here. That's hard. Look at this. What we just washed out was probably right up in this edge of this lip. Let's just pray it's all there. Oh yeah, it's nice. It's a nice one. Look at this. Oh, super. Beautiful point. Beautiful point. It's a little knife. It's made out of Brush Creek chert. This quarry was probably 100 miles from here. Wow, these natives traveled a long way to find this flint. Very nice piece, very nice one. It's all there. Yeah, this would have been a little knife and it would have been a lot longer at first, but it has been resharpened so many times that it's small. Probably would have been hafted with a bone handle or wood handle, which has obviously rotted away. Oh yeah. Very nice piece. Very nice piece. We'll keep our treasures on this tire here because it's a lifesaver. Oh, I got a killer washed out over here in these roots. You gotta see it's unbroken too. I can. Oh. Oh, you gotta see this. You gotta see this. Look at this. It must have just washed out right out of these roots right here. And this stopped right there on that clay. Look at that. Let's pick it up. Nobody's touched this in a long time. Oh, yeah. Yeah, baby. It's a little bow and arrow point. Real small. Check that out. Look at the colors on that. It's like iridescent. It's got like gold, gray, tan. When you move it, it changes colors. All right. Oh, that's killer. Put him right there with our knife. We got us a knife. Now this knife is a lot older than this bow and arrow point right here, I would say. Very cool. We still got a lot of daylight left too. Let's get back at it. I'll let you know when we get something else. Just hang in there. You ain't gonna believe this. I picked this up already. I got excited and I put it down. I just found something very rare. I've never found one of these. Check this out. Check this out. Now I picked this up already and I put it back down. It was laying right here. But look at this. I thought it was just a piece of flint at first. Tell me if you know what this is. It's worked all around. It looked like a base of an arrowhead at first, but it's worked all here, all the way around, squared off. It's a gun flint from a flintlock. Hard to tell how old that, definitely not as old as those ancient points. Those are thousands of years. But this here could at least be 200-300 years. And look at this. Let me get some sun on this. Right there, I thought it was a different color in the flint, but it is not. It's a scorched mark where the flint would have struck the frizzen and then laid in that powder baking before the gun went off. And the scorch mark is still on it. Wow, that is a very cool find. Very cool find. Put him right down here beside our bird point. Now we got an ancient knife. I'm gonna estimate this to be, I don't know, I'm gonna estimate this to be 4,000 or 5,000 BC. And here we got our bird point. This could be anywhere from, 1200 BC, 1500 BC, up until European contact when they started using metals. And then we have our gun flint, which is probably, I'm gonna estimate at least 200 years old with a scorch mark on it. And to find something that small, the size of a dime, in all of this, stuff ain't easy to find, I tell you that, I promise you that. But you can see here all the stuff that's laying on this hard pack. Now this hard pack won't get washed away, just the sand. But you can see all the stones. See these stones that are red and fired like this? These were once around a campfire, most of them ancient. This is looking real good. All three things in just 6 or 7 feet right here. I'm gonna keep working my way up this beach, around this lip, washing this sand away. This is looking real good. I'll get back with you if I find something else. Wow, I need a haircut, man. Oh, I got something real nice. I got two things washed out here. One of them looks to be real nice. The other one's something different. This is really cool. Look at this. Right here. Just washed out right there. I think all this stuff's coming from right up here. All these sticks right in here are catching a lot of this stuff. Look at this. Let's pick it up. Oh, it's all there. Oh, it's a nice one. Looks like a little dovetail base point. All there, sharpened down. Really cool. Put him right here with the rest of our stuff. Man, that is awesome. Very well made point too. I moved our stuff over here onto this log. It kept falling off of that tire. Wow, we're having a great day. Look at this over here though. Found something else. I picked it up already. That's how I knew what it was, because it looks like a rock. But look at this. You know what this is? It's a little tomahawk. It's made out of hematite. Hematite, like an iron ore. They've chipped it all into position here, but they never refined it down or sharpened it. It's still a very heavy piece. A lot of iron in this. The dark stuff of this hematite, they used it for tools a lot. There's a lot of iron in it. The lighter stuff that we find that's got facets and flat places worn on it where they've rubbed it was used, I think, for paint. That is a really cool piece. Awesome. Having a great day. Okay, you ain't gonna believe this. I just found something that must have washed in the last flood. It was right up in these roots. It's floated in here. It's not ancient. But you got to see this. Now, if you have a squeamish stomach, you might not want to look at this part right here, okay? Because it's not too, it's kind of gross, I guess. It's teeth, man. It's teeth. Somebody took a pair of pliers, pulled all their teeth out, stuck them in this cup, and then threw them in the river. Wow, that is kind of gross there. There's a whole mouthful in there. Roots and all. Who would do that, man? Pull their teeth out. Wow, that's hardcore right there now. Mouthful of teeth. You never know what you're gonna find down here. I ain't opened that thing. Probably smells like death. Let's get back at it. It's looking good over here. Check this out. You ain't gonna believe this. Remember what I was just saying about the hematite with the flat facets on it? We got one here. I can see like a bit, like a sharp edge on it sticking out here. Check this out. Oh, it's cool. It's like stylized. They probably rubbed this on a rock to get the pigment out of it. And I guess they were just, you know, feeling a little trendy and rubbed that into a triangular form here. Looks like it has a little chip in the back right there. But you never know what these are for. You know, some people think paint stones. This one's pretty dark. It has a lot of iron in it. But this might have been used for some sort of machine, you know. We don't know how technical the machines were back then, or if they even had machines. Most of the time you just think of ancient man just working with his hands by himself, but they may have had more complex machines than what we know of. Very cool piece. Put him right there by our teeth. Yeah, that is nice. Very nice one. Oh, water's coming up. Thing about this bucket rinsing, you got about 1 day to do it, because you can see this water coming up. Tomorrow it'll have all this sand pushed back in here and you won't even be able to tell I was even looking. But we'll know what's under here by then. So let's get back to work. Yeah, this is great, man. Here's another hematite piece going the other way this time. It's a really large piece, and it's you can see how much more red this is. And they have rubbed it right here. Let me rinse it off a little bit. They've rubbed it right there smooth, and I can see a little bit of the abrasions in there where they've rubbed that smooth. It's not rubbed anywhere else, but you can see, look at this. You can see that red pigment coming off in my hands. Now after you scratch that on something, mix it with some water or, you know, animal fat or something, and make paint. And I'm not gonna put it on my face this time. It didn't come off very easily. I just washed this out. Let me get the dirt off. It's nothing really great. I find a lot of these. It's a hammer stone they were using to knap points. You can see it's all beat here, and then all around this edge here is all beat up. That must have been the preferred area for hitting it. Maybe this little natural divot in the stone here was a good thumb hold, or probably held it like that. That's not a bad piece. But look up here, I got one washed out. I don't know if it's whole or not. Maybe just a flake. Right here, it looks like it's worked though. Let's pick it out of here. Oh, it's a little triangle. It's a bow and arrow point. Oh, it's got a little tip damage right there. You can see it's impacted something when it's been fired. Still a cool little point. Now these are even newer, I think, than the notched bird point we found there earlier, that little small one. I think they went from notching them at first just to triangles. Figured out they didn't have to notch the flint to put it on the arrow shaft. It's not a bad little find. Put him over here with our points. I got one more thing over here I want to show you. Where is it? Right up here it is. It's not real gray. I find a lot of this also. Let me rinse it off. It's a piece of Indian pottery. Just a little shard. That's the way I find them, small like this. When they fall off of this bank, they just roll around and get all busted up. You're never going to put one of these pots back together down here. And you see these little holes in it? That's where they would have tempered it with crunched up shell. And the shell has dissolved away. Kind of like gravel and concrete, you know, to make it stick together better. But the shell has all dissolved away, but the hardened clay remains. It's not a bad little find. Find all kinds of stuff. Oh yeah. Oh man, I got a good spot right on the other side of this bush here. See how the waves have eaten up under these humps of dirt, under these bushes, and stones trapped up under there. I took the bucket over here on this side. This is where you always want to look, on the upstream side of obstacles, because the current, when the water's way up here, the current's just packing it up against the side of things. I brought the bucket over here and noticed there was a big lip up under there. What's that? And all this gravel and campfire stone started washing out of there. Look at this. I see two things right here. Here's a... Oh, it's got a tip damage. Can't all be killers. Yeah, it looks like a little table rock. They call it a table rock. Oh, check this out. It's got the outer cortex of the stone on the bottom. And it's got a pretty good radius to it also. It was probably just a local river chert here. They're never very big. And by the looks of that radius on that cortex, Looks like he knocked that out of about a golf ball size stone, or a billiard ball. Very skillful. There's something else flinty over here, and it looks nice. I don't know what it is. Might be just a flake. Right in here. It's definitely Flint Ridge. Oh, it's a lancet. It's a little lancet blade. They knocked these off of cores, a little bit larger flints, and I guess they were just used as a little thin blade, little hand blade or something, maybe for shaving. I don't know. That's a nice piece of flint though. Nice little, I got several of these little lancet blades. I'll throw a few more buckets and we'll look. You ain't gonna believe this. There's something else here within 15 inches of the other thing. It got caught in these roots. I don't know what it is yet. It's right there and I can see work on it. Oh, don't drop it. Hey, look at there. Look at this. Look at here. It's a little hematite piece. I don't see any rubbing, but look at this. It's a little round knife. It's actually pretty nice. I've found a few of these before. This one's made really well. Okay, here's a few things that I didn't show just because I didn't want to take up all the time. But we got a lot of stuff today. Look at this. Here we found 3 more faceted hematite pieces. You can even see the scratching in this one. Really hard. Nice facet on the bottom. Nice facet on that. You can kind of see the metal in this one. Same with this one. See the rub that clear to the metal. And we had some broken blades here. This would have been really nice. Split right down the middle. Some preforms. These are just flint preforms that weren't refined down to points yet, or tools. Got that one. Got this little black one. It's made out of Kanawha black flint. I don't even know why they want to use that stuff. That's some rough stuff. We got this little flake. I don't know if it was used as a blade or not. Got a little knife made out of Carter Cave flint. It's worked all up this edge and around here. Probably just used it as a little handheld blade, like a X-Acto knife. And we got this little blade, broken base on it. Kanawha black flint. That's some pretty rough stuff. Other little broken shards. Oh, got this broken base here, or whatever it was. Another knife. It's broken right here. And another piece of pottery. Shell tempered pottery. You can see it, the holes in it where the shell leached out. Don't forget to subscribe now. Everybody's watching, but they ain't subscribing. We had a good day. We'll catch you on the next one.